Hey, Scott McCutcheon here with Armorcoat's Glass Protection Consulting. I'm excited today. We're actually launching our new program today. We're getting a heavy request after this Texas shooting. A lot of schools are starting to do security upgrades, and our phone's been blowing up and have a lot of questions. A lot of people have just gotten started, some that's been doing some security upgrades on their schools for quite a few years. We're dealing with churches and uh, private schools and public schools and all sorts of different school systems. What we want to do today is share with you our new program that we're rolling out. It's our project partner. And we're going to go in a little bit of detail of why we've rolled this out and what we can do to help you with these projects. So let's get started. First of all, a lot of your architects, when we're looking at glass protection, they are not experts. Architects have so many different things. They're generalist. They're trying to put information best that they can. And what we've noticed over the several years of working with schools, a lot of them are not specing the right products. They don't understand glass and frames, attachment systems, all the things that go into securing your glass. And so I'm going to kind of walk you through some of the processes when you're dealing with these bids, as you know, doing bid packages, and what the old way is versus what we're doing now. Here's an example why we're doing this is if you can see Sandy Hook here on this slide, that hole that was shot open and that person was able to walk in and, we know what happened. This is what we're trying to prevent. Tempered glass, when it gets hit with the bullet, blows out. This is actually, if you look at this photo, it's right next to the main entrance door. And you can see tempered glass so easily to be broken into. And a lot of schools, when they're doing school security, they overlook the glass, they overlook a very critical part of the layer of security. And that's what our company does. We look at the glass, we look at the frames, we look at the layouts. We do a lot of this in our assessment. So this is a prime example which you do not want to happen in your school. This is what typically happens on a bid package. A school has a request, they're looking into these products. They typically hire an architect, maybe, or a contractor or somebody to look into this. And we're just going to use this one. This is just one way, but there's multiple ways this is projects are being bid. So what we've noticed of doing over 100 schools is the school gets a request. The architect, like I say, is the generalist, and he's pulling in information off the internet a lot of times, which he's not very familiar with these films. He's not really familiar with these glass and frames like we talked about because this works as a system. And so he's limited on his knowledge in this area. So he takes this information, he then gives it to a contractor. The contractor might be doing multiple projects on the schools, and this has happened to be one of the projects. We'll just say security. Then they look for installation companies. Well, the contractor is not qualified enough to understand who to contact because it's like Russian roulette when you're dealing with installation companies. First of all, you're not sure what product you're putting on, dealing with the architect. Second of all, you're dealing with installation companies that maybe not certified. Most of them aren't, from my experience of doing this for over 30 years. So these are critical areas to look at when it comes to each layer of this. Next slide. This is what we do. We work with the school. We're actually specialists. So we've been working with schools for the last several years. We've done them. We've worked with military installations. We've done a lot of work with security over the last 30 years in business. And so we're specialists. So we're not only looking at these films and knowing what works best for your application, we also are able to help you find the right people to install these products. And what we've noticed by going through these layers, and we've worked with multiple school districts or private schools or charter schools, is we're able to help them control this all the way through the process, which at the end, you want a good product and you want a good installation of these products. And so we make it really simple because our kind of our tagline for our company is we help you take the guesswork out of your glass protection projects. And that's what we're here for. But you can see where if one of these are missing, and let's go back on that other slide real quick. If the architect isn't qualified, you have a problem. If you have a contractor that goes out and he's not sure if these companies, these installation companies are qualified or not, is a major problem. And so we help you through this whole process. And we have a track record working with multiple schools on this process. But our case studies, what we've noticed doing these, when we've looked at these bid packages, we've looked at other uh, jobs being done, we're noticing wrong specifications being brought in there by the architect. We're looking at bad installations of these products. We've seen it all across the board as far as installations go. And we've seen paid either too much for the product in a lot of cases. We found multiple cost-effective ways to find less expensive ways to do these projects for our schools. So what we do is, like I said, we help you take the guesswork. We provide specifications, so you have good, accurate specifications. We are specialists in these products. We provide project management in some cases, depending on the scope of work. We do full assessments, so we go through all the schools, whether you got one or dozens of schools, to kind of go through and give you an assessment of what would work best based on location, budgets, and things. And we also provide education. We're actually a consulting company, so we're not here as salesmen. We're here to educate. We like educating educators. So that's what we're here to do. And of course, we also work with a network of qualified people, companies, excuse me, that are qualified to install these products correctly. Just because somebody says they're, quote, certified, I always said buyer beware. That's where we come in. We do interviews. In some case, we already worked with certain companies, so we're able to bring those companies in to help you with your projects. Here's our website, email, phone number. If we can help you, if you just want us to look over a project, our consultations are free. We've, like I said, done over 100 schools. We've assisted schools. We've saved schools over $300,000 in money that would have been wasted if we wouldn't have intervened. And so that's what we're here to do, is not only provide you a great service, but also to help you save money any way we can. So once again, reach out if we can help you. Give us a call, shoot us an email. We're here to help you.